Silent Hill 2 Remake just got a release trailer in Sony State of Play, which, if we're keeping count here, guys, Sony State of Play fucking sucked, okay? I absolutely hated it. They didn't reveal anything other than Silent Hill 2 Remake, which is coming out October 8th. You have never played Silent Hill, correct?
I'm not.
I have not as well. So this is going to be a first time for me. They say the movie is actually really good. I have not seen it, so I need to watch that.
Me either. Watch party?
Yes.
Cool.
So I would recommend going and watch the trailer for Silent Hill 2 Remake. It is third person, over the shoulder camera perspective. Look, it's a Konami game, so Resident Evil. Okay, it looks just like Resident Evil 2 Remake in terms of. For a lot of the trailer, all I thought about was Resident Evil 2 Remake with the way the camera was, and then kind of the environments. The environments look really fucking good. On the flip side, the character faces do not. Did you see the chick?
Oh, I saw the little child. I was like, "What is wrong with your face, kid?" Because she wasn't even supposed to be possessed or imaginary or whatever the hell's going on. She was just supposed to be a normal kid at that point. I did notice that. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fix that because I have not heard of. I watched a few like reaction videos and shit like that just to see what everybody else is saying about the game, and everybody kind of has the same opinion that face just looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, touche.
But I was telling you before we jumped into this episode, you said the combat looked great, the game looked great. So here's my thing. Resident Evil 2 Remake. I also get vibes of Callisto Protocol and Dead Space Remake. Dead Space Remake, I played a little bit of Callisto Protocol, and the combat definitely looks like Callisto Protocol, and Dead Space had a baby. Dead Space Remake, I have a Let's Play series on that on our YouTube channel. I played that all the way through, and it was a pretty good game. Like, it's not something that probably would ever play again, but it was a good like one-time experience for me. And I just watching this and getting those vibes, I'm like, ooh. Like, my excitement was kind of killed a little bit, to be honest with you. What did you think about the trailer?
If you say I said it, I believe you. I don't remember using the word great. I said I thought it looked pretty good, but
okay, sorry,
that's fine.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine. No, I mean it did look like your basic Resident Evil game. You're gonna have very limited ammo, and when you run out, you're gonna have to pick up a 2x4 and just beat people to death with it. It does seem like it's gonna be it. I mean, the game historically, and I haven't played it, but I've talked to a lot of people about it. I mean, it's a psychological thriller. It's not even. It is a horror game because there are moments that are supposed to scare the living shit out of you, but it's more of a psychological thriller, kind of like The Evil Within was. I'm assuming it's just a giant mind F by the end of the game. But, I mean, the gameplay looked, at least in the engine trailer, it looked clean, if not too simple. But that's kind of the point. I mean, limited resources and an environment that you can't escape, But, again, I've never played it. Other than experiencing the story, I can't really think of a reason I would want to.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of what I saw. Because, again, like you said, it just looks like you're playing a Resident Evil game. So,
which, by the way, I have Resident Evil 4 Remake. So we're going to be talking about that in the next week or so on the podcast.
Okay.
So just
nice.
Plug that in there, guys. A little tease the tip a little bit for you. So once I saw this trailer, everybody was like, oh, Silent Hill 2 Remake is being done. And I'm like, ooh, another horror game. Like, I like horror games. I don't get to play them as much as I would like. But I'm also a huge horror fan. So just leave it at that. I was super fucking hyped for the Callisto Protocol. Super fucking hyped. And then once you see the reviews coming out, you see everybody just talking shit about that game and yada, yada, yada. And then now I'm seeing this kind of look like Callisto Protocol. and I'm just like, ooh, that just it killed my excitement for it. The trailer got released. So I'm gonna say this: my excitement for the trailer, it got revealed. My excitement sky high, right when they said they were releasing the trailer. As soon as I saw said trailer, and nosedive.
Even from the reveal trailer, it went down.
Yeah, just based off of the Callisto Protocol and Dead Space
Oh,
Remake, which again, Dead
okay.
Space Remake is not a bad game. It's just, and again, I talk about all those issues on the Let's Play series in general, and we've talked about it on the podcast before. But I'm gonna wait for reviews. Essentially, that's the point. I guess I'm trying to make here is I'm gonna end up waiting. I'm not pre-ordering this. I'm gonna wait for reviews, and if it gets a bunch of 7s and 8s, I'll probably just skip it.
Oh, it's a remake, so it's gonna get a bunch of 7s and 8s, man. I mean,
Yeah,
we've kind of honestly been dancing around this topic the whole episode with just various things we've talked about. The problem with remakes is you have to remake something that already existed. I mean, the Dead Space remake, like you said, it was a good game. It's just not something else you'd ever go back and play. But if you're calling it a good/great game in 2023 or 2024, depending on whenever you played it, it was probably a hell of a game 12 years ago, you know? But you can only upgrade so much. You have to completely throw out everything old and build from the ground up, kind of like they did with Final Fantasy VII. I mean, that game was so outdated they couldn't just rebuild it. They had to completely burn it down and start over from scratch, and they blew it out of the park. But at the end of the day, whether you're a fan of the series or not, I know it's kind of a cult thriller and a cult classic, it's still a remake. So I think expectations can only be so high for Silent Hill 2.
this is true. This is true because again, like you said, they're gonna be huge fans of the OG game, and then they're gonna play this game. And they're like, oh, this doesn't meet. Like nostalgia has a lot to play in what expectations that you have on something. Like
Mm-hmm.
if they remade the games, the Hot Wheels game from the N64, or if they remade Battle Tanks from N64,
Oh, God.
if they remade those games, I don't know how I would feel about them because I played the fuck out of both those games, especially Battle Tanks.
Yeah, me too. Battle Tanks. This is a little red squad, dude. Fuck everybody up.
Yep. So I don't know if they would ever, if they like my nostalgia for that is so high. I don't know if it would ever, like they would ever achieve meeting my expectations on a remake for that. Same thing goes for, I don't know, like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, or any of those older games. You start getting into remakes, and you start having to deal with not only is this a great game, but then you also have to deal with nostalgia, which is a huge aspect of whether or not you're going to love a remake or not, I think.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. So like I said, you either
But
got to just go into it expecting it to be like the old or completely strip it down and start over. It's really the only two ways to do it successfully.
yeah, I absolutely agree with that. But then it also brings in new fans like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, all those remakes. I had never played those games before. So like that brought me into it, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
now I love both of those games except the Titan. Fuck that dude.
Right.
Mr. X, fuck him. Like, dude, like, just let me fucking explore, man. Stop fucking chasing me.
Stop popping out of the walls like the goddamn Kool-Aid man, bro.
Oh, that was the dad from fucking
Oh yeah,
Biohazard.
that
That
was
will,
in by. That
I'm
was,
telling you right now, that'll be one of the gaming moments I will remember for the rest of my life.
and it was
I
like
fucking love that game
5
so much.
different spots too. Like it wasn't just 2. By the end of the third one, I was like, all right, I guess we're done now. They got me. We're good. Nope. No, you're not. It's every fucking
Just
hallway you walk down.
fucking bust right through that kitchen wall. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Little Dane Cook reference. I got it.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, Biohazard, man. So many good memories of that. So many good memories of that. That's such a great game. So last thing I'll say about the remake for Silent Hill 2, it's for the most part staying the same as far as liberties with the story and the game mechanics. The story is going to remain the same based on the OG game. Completely, fully remade, no loading screens. So that was some of the little details that we got from that review.